there, my name is Chris Palmer. In today's blog SEO backlink building video, I'd like to answer this question and also give you some advice when you're building backlinks for your blog and you're talking about a lot of different topics. At the end of the day, if you're talking about a lot of different topics, niches, or categories, you still have a few subsets that you are targeting, right? You're not going all over the place. So what I want to share with you is the best and most effective way to build backlinks for your blog that's generic or talking about a lot of different categories or topics. So let me go ahead and share this question with you. It comes from D. Friera. Thank you for the question. And he asks, hey, Chris, I'm from Brazil, and I'm learning with your content on YouTube. Thanks a lot. I have a question about 301 redirects for generic niche that has some categories like, finance, tourism, government, and news. What kind of domains can I purchase? Is it possible to direct the strength of the domain to just one category? So what I want to share with you is, yes, I want to share with you that you can direct the power to one category. And what I'm going to do is I want to walk you through and share with you which categories and how to find those categories so you can get into the link graph and build effective backlinks. So let me share this with you. And again, thank you for this excellent question. So let's go ahead and get into this now. So let's say, for instance, you have a blog and you're talking about blenders and you're talking about vacuums and then you're talking about dog walking, right? What you're looking for to be effective is in each of your categories, who are the top or the most authoritative sources that are ranking? Let's do this as an example. So, and I'll share this with you. And these are the links or the category of links that you need in order to find success. So let me walk you through this. So let's say it is exactly that. Let's say it's cheapest, or how about best blenders. Let's spell it right. Blenders under $200, 2023. All right. So let's say that's one of our pieces of content. We have our top level listicle post that's going to list out our top 10. And then we have individual pages talking about those top 10. We might also have vacuums. We might also have another category because we love dogs. And let's say we're going to have dogs. So what about the best dog breeds of 2023? Okay, we're going to use these two as an example. These are two wildly different topics, but they're talked about on the same site. Now, how do we do effective link building? Well, one of the best ways to understand how to get into the link graph is by determining, okay, the primary keywords have to do with dog breeding, and the primary keywords in this instance have to do with blenders. So what we need to figure out is who are some of the top authority websites in these spaces. So what I like to do is I like to grab these when doing competitive analysis. And what we're trying to decipher is, well, what category links are they in? All right. So let's go ahead and do this together. So we're going to go here now. We're going to go to the top pages, right? So it has to do with dogs. It has to do with blenders. All right. We'll get rid of these. And then what I like to do is I like to make either a note or an Excel file. And what we're going to do here is we're going to grab the root domain, not necessarily the page, the root domain. So these are top performers for keywords that we want to go for. Now, generally what you're going to want to do is not be as specific, like going with a post like, oh, best of 2023. It would be more like dog breeds or blenders. But for this instance, we're going to do it this way. All right. So let's go right here. Okay. So now we have two top level performers for each of the SERPs or each of the categories that we want to rank in, right? So let's gather these up. Bear with me here. Let's gather these up quick. Okay. And we'll do this one. And then last but not least, we have this particular website here. Now, in order to successfully understand which categories or which categories at least the links say we're in, we need to have a tool. Now, I really, really like Majestic's tool when analyzing the types of categories that the backlinks that my competition has. So I know if I'm buying an expired domain or I'm going to get a link placed, if I get a placement on a website, I know the category of link that I need. And just because a website might be about blenders, that doesn't mean that it's going to be a household backlink, right? It could be inside of an automotive backlink category. So you have to be very selective when it comes to this. And let me share with you what I like to do. So what I'm going to do is I'll share with you inside of Majestic, because this is generally my go-to. As you can see here, it's going to list out what is called topical trust flow. Topical trust flow is the category in which the links that are pointing to this domain are in, right? So here, we're going to take one of our competitors. This is World of Blenders. So this is a top-level website that's ranking for blenders of 2023. That's one of our primary keywords. And we can see here that World of Blenders has business, business marketing, recreation, and food. Now, let's take another one here. Let's go over here. This is one of the top rankers for the dogs. Now, as we can see here, we have business, news, games, sports, and soccer, right? So I'll go ahead and I'll point this out quick. All right. So these are all over, and this is generally what I see when we have a generic blog or something that maybe is manipulating. All right, I'm going to do one more just so we have a general idea here, and then I'll explain what to do with this data. All right, so again, here's one that nothing showed up, but they are ranking relatively well. We're going to do this one right here, House of Grail. Give me one moment. All right, so House of Grail. So now we have home, cooking, business, and business again, and then shopping. All right, so now we have our House of Grail. All right, we'll get rid of this one, and we'll just do 3. So now we can see that there's a consistency of the category the links are in. And what I mean by category is links are made up inside of a link graph. Google talks about this in patents that it's always worked this way. You know, everything is connected through links. This is how Google got the PageRank. Everything's between links. All the sites are connected. Most notably, we want to be connected in the link graph with the most authoritative sites that are in our niche. Furthermore, we want to have the links that are in the same category. Why? Because then we can get into the link graph. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for, if I will have a generic niche, which category is showing up across each of the niches? Which category do they have in common? As you can see here, when I'm looking at House of Grail, we can see it's business and business. Business is showing up quite consistently. Also, what's showing up in our other one, we have business again, and then down in here, we have business again. So if we were going to have 301s or try to acquire a site to 301, or if we want to link build, we can get in any of these categories and have success. Or what we want to do is look for what we have in common. Like, which do all the authority sites have in common? There's going to be similarity. This is the niche or the category or the topical trust flow, whatever they call it here on Majestic, topical trust flow. This is the category of link we want to buy. So if we want to rank for blenders and dog breeding, the best would be to get in the link graph at business. Now, let's say you're utilizing a different tool. Let's say that you're utilizing SEMrush. I love SEMrush. I also love Majestic. Now, what you can see here is when we pull up the links inside of the Backlink Analytics tab, what we can see here is it's going to say, okay, there's 11,000 referring domains. This site has a ton of links, but there's a button right here. See where it says category? If you take a look under category, it will list out the most prominent categories and go all the way down. So as we can see, very similar to Majestic, we can see that we have business and industrial, arts and entertainment, internet, shopping, business. This is the category of the links that are pointing at this website. So again, this data is the same on SEMrush. Ahrefs has the same type of data. This is how you get into the link graph. This is how you effectively build backlinks that are actually going to help you rank, regardless if you're buying a 301 redirect or you have a blog that you just talk about everything that you love. There's going to be similarities of categories, and these are the links that you're going to want to build. My name is Chris Palmer. If you have any other questions related to SEO, backlink building, pretty much anything SEO, blogging, on-page SEO, off-page SEO, anything, feel free to go ahead and ask in the section below. You can always visit chrispalmermarketing.com for services, consulting, or training. I'll be happy to help you out, and I look forward to seeing you in the next SEO blog backlink building video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.